What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So with today's video, I wanted to talk about this news that the next Riddick movie is finally happening. So for those of you who've been fans of this franchise, you'll know that Riddick goes all the way back to Pitch Black. Then we had the Chronicles of Riddick, which was a very different kind of movie, but it really established the world and introduced lots of new characters and sort of mythologies to this Riddick franchise. And then there was quite a big gap between that movie and 2013's Riddick entry, which went back to the whole sort of creature horror film where it saw Riddick team up with mercenaries against these mud monsters. And now, it looks like 10 years later, we're actually finally getting this fourth Riddick movie that's supposedly going out to sale at the European film market. Now, according to Deadline, there's no mention of Universal, which is the regular distributor of the franchise, being involved with this movie, but it could happen down the line. And according to Deadline, this fourth movie, titled RIDDICK FURYA, is supposedly following this plotline. Riddick finally returns to his homeworld, a place he barely remembers, and one he fears might be left in ruins by the necromongers. But there he finds other Furyans fighting for their existence against a new enemy, and some of these Furyans are more like Riddick than he ever could have imagined. And then there's also a statement from director David Twohy, who is the creator and the brains behind this franchise. He came up with the character of Riddick and has been collaborating with Vin Diesel over the years. It's kind of crazy to think that this franchise has been around for, over 20 years now, going back to Pitch Black. This movie, RIDDICK FURYA, has been in the works for a long time now. We've heard, glimpses and teases of it over the years. Vin himself actually showed some concept art on his Instagram over the past couple of months. So it seems like this movie is actually, gonna be a thing. I think that, Vin Diesel has been tied up with a lot of different franchises and movies. He's a really busy guy in Hollywood. Obviously, he's got a couple of Fast movies he's working on at the moment. One of them is already shot and in the can. They have Fast 11 to go shoot, which is the second half of this, upcoming two-parter. And he's obviously been involved with the Marvel franchises and Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's really had to try to make time, I guess, for this Riddick thing to come together. I guess it's been a question of timing and financing, because these movies, as cool as they are, they don't really make a ton of money. They're very niche. It's a, really interesting sort of sci-fi niche they've carved out with these R-rated franchise movies. And Riddick has obviously spawned a lot of video games and comics and spin-off things, so, it is a profitable franchise in some sense, but as far as the big movies have gone, they're really catering to a sort of cult audience. But I'm one of the fans of the movies. I like them. I like Vin in the role. I'd like to see where they take it after the 2013 entry, because that really set up this whole, plotline of him going back to his homeworld, and I think that's going to be a really cool element to see him with his own people again and fighting whatever this mysterious new threat or new enemy happens to be. So drop your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think about this news? Are you excited for a fourth entry in the Riddick film franchise? What do you think of the movie so far? And what are your hopes to see from this upcoming entry where Riddick finally returns to his own planet? If you guys are new to the channel and you like this video, subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I drop new content. If you want to hit me up on social media to talk about this news or anything really, you can find me in the links down below. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys next time.